Hello, everybody. Welcome in. This is Crystal Guardian here to do another tarot reading for the collective. We're going to call in our guides, guardians, spirit, ancestors. Please give us your divine guidance and wisdom in this reading today. Any negative energies being sent our way, please return them back to the sender. We ask this in the name of the Most High. Let's get into this reading. Okay. We have trapped in the drama they created, double standards. You bruised their ego. We have givers have to set limits because takers never do. We have the smother mother slash monster-in-law. So this could be your own mother, or this could be your person's mother. Let's see. We have blocked. Okay. Let's just get a couple more. All right. We have anything you say can and will be used against you. We have ego monster. Too much. I'm just going to take the top one. Okay. All right, so we have trapped in the drama they created, double standards, you bruised their ego, we have smother mother, monster-in-law, givers have to set limits because takers never do, blocked, anything you say can and will be used against you, ego monster, and trauma bond. So I'm feeling like this is a family relationship. I'm not getting past person energy from this. I'm getting this is your mother or a mother figure to you. Let's see. I'm going to use tarot. Why is trapped in the drama they created out here? Okay. We have the 10 of Pentacles coming out. This is about hard work, perseverance, diligence, investments. Oh, let's get some more energy on this. Why is trapped in the drama they created out here? Let's see. Okay, so with the Two of Swords coming out, I feel like you put this person in a stalemate. This is about weighing options, difficult decisions, stalemate, deadlock. So I feel like you walked away from this situation. You're in a stalemate with this person. I feel like it's a mother figure to you. You're putting in the work on yourself to heal. This person did create a trauma bond with you. They do take a lot from you. They do trample all over your boundaries. Okay, with the Hangman being out here, this is about thinking differently than before, sacrificing, surrendering, letting go. So I feel like you walked away from this relationship. You put this person in a stalemate. You've surrendered. You've gained enlightenment on the situation. You've released this person from your energy. You're now going in and doing the work on yourself. This created drama for this person. They were trying to keep you trapped in a toxic cycle. Now they're trapped in it. Why is double standards out here? Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles. And this is somebody who's nurturing, practical, hard worker. So this could be your energy. Let's see, why is double standards out here? Okay. This person wanted to keep you trapped in a mental negative headspace. With the Eight of Swords being out here, this is about imprisonment, a victim mentality. This person, most likely, if this was your mother or some kind of mother figure to you, had like a martyr syndrome, was always trying to play the victim, always trying to guilt trip you. They put you in a mental prison. With the Knight of Cups being here, this is about following your heart. So you might have siblings that they treated better than you. They might have treated you like the black sheep of the family. With the double standards being out here, I feel like, and this is a lot of times, like if you're a girl and you have brothers, the boys are allowed, especially like old school parents, boys are allowed to do whatever they want. It's that boys will be boys attitude, but you were held to a different standard. You were expected to sit there and wait on your brothers, possibly. Things that they were allowed to do, if they were allowed to go out with their friends, go to parties, things like that, they wouldn't allow you to go and do things like that. Your brothers were encouraged, or your other siblings. It doesn't even have to just be brothers. Like there's always like a golden child, and then there's a scapegoat. You might have been a scapegoat. The golden child was allowed to follow their heart, do whatever they wanted. But if you try to do what you wanted, you got guilt tripped for it. And your mother, or this mother figure, this feminine energy, they might have posed as this Queen of Pentacles, that they were a nurturer, that they were practical and provided. That's how they wanted the world to see them. But in reality, they were self-centered, smothering, jealous. The Queen of Pentacles in the reverse is somebody who's literally, it says self-centered, jealousy, smothering, causes a lot of conflict. So I feel like they tried to the outside world to pose as the Queen of Pentacles, that they were nurturing, practical, provided, but in reality, they were self-centered. They were jealous. They were smothering. They tried to guilt trip you. They always played the victim. They tried to keep you in a negative headspace, in a mental prison. You were never allowed to follow your heart, choose your own path, do what you wanted to do. Okay, under bruise their ego, we have a lot. We have the Nine of Cups coming out in the reverse. This is about somebody who's smug, materialistic. They have no inner joy. So I'm getting that this is this mother figure. You bruised their ego. You might have called them out on this. You might have told them that they were smug and miserable, that they were materialistic. You might have told them that they're narcissistic. With the Five of Cups being out here, this is about disappointment, failure, pessimism. So you definitely bruise this person's ego. If you came to them and told them exactly what they are, you put them in this Five of Cups, you bruise their ego. because they have these double standards where they could criticize you, but don't dare criticize anything they do. They're perfect. Um, they put you through a lot of burdens here with the Ten of Wands. They gave you a lot of extra responsibilities, like I said, that your siblings might not have had to deal with. They put the burden on you. You might have been responsible for raising your siblings if you were the oldest. They might have parentified you. With the Nine of Wands being here in the reverse, this is about being overwhelmed. So they definitely put a lot of burden on you. They made you feel overwhelmed. They exhausted you. You were always on edge. You always had to have your guard up with this person. Like I said, they put a lot of burdens on you. With the sun being out here, this is about happiness, fun, celebration. This person never lets you have any pleasure or happiness. Anytime that you were happy about something, this is the type of person that anytime you had any joy, they would have to come and stomp all over it and shit on it. Um, if you say got a new job offer, or you got accepted into a school, or you got aced a test as you were growing up, or any kind of achievement you had, or if you went out and got a new haircut, if you went and bought new clothes, they would always have to find some kind of criticism for it to knock you down a peg. This is the type of person that, say you aced a test, you got a 90 on it, they would have to say, oh, but you didn't get 100. If you went and bought a new outfit and were proud to show it off, they'd be like, oh, it's nice, but you look kind of fat in it. Or if you got a new haircut, they'd be like, oh, it's nice, but oh, it's kind of short. Or if you got accepted to a job somewhere, they'd be like, oh, you're not going to be able to handle that job. Or if you got accepted into school somewhere, they basically, what I'm saying is they'll shit all over anything good you have going. They want to just rain on your parade. With the Page of Pentacles being here, this is your energy. This is somebody who has ambition. They want to get ahead in life. You probably did work hard to get away from this person, to escape them. You probably tried to leave home as soon as you turned of age. You probably went to college, if you went to college, far away to get away from this person. You were looking to develop your skills. You had ambition. You had desire. This person tried to stomp it out, squash any hope or joy you had in your life. Why is mother monster-in-law out here? Okay. All right. So with the Ace of Cups coming out, this is about new feelings, intuition. This can also be about new love. I feel like this person would try to, basically, like I said, any new beginnings you had, they tried to shit all over them. You followed your intuition. You gained mental clarity. This might have taken you into your adulthood. You knew what they were. You knew you wanted to escape them and get away from them. But it might have taken you a while to see the actual clarity of the situation and escape them. To learn to keep your distance, to see them for what they really were. Because when it's our parents, we tend to idolize them. We don't want to see the negative aspects of them, especially when we're younger. We might know something is off about them, that they make us feel like shit, but you might not know why or what exactly is going on. There's kind of a cognitive dissonance there, because you know this is your mother figure who raised you, who should nurture you and love you. But if they didn't give you that, you kind of have this, like I said, cognitive dissonance. I don't know the best way to describe it, but basically, like, you shouldn't feel resentful of your parental figure. With the Emperor here, this is about somebody who's authoritarian. This can be a leader, somebody who commands respect, but in this role, I'm getting like more of an authority figure, somebody who wants to have control over everything. That's this person. And the same with the Six of Wands. I feel like they want public recognition. Like they were a different person behind closed doors than they were out in public. They put on a show out in public. Like I said, they pretended to be this stable, nurturing, mature energy, but really they were just a tyrant behind closed doors. They wanted public recognition. They wanted everybody to fawn all over them and tell them that they were the best parent in the world. With the King of Pentacles here, again, this could be about somebody who's got money, security, abundance, prosperity, generosity. But I feel like in this case, this was somebody who liked to lord over you. With the Emperor and the King of Pentacles here, they might have used money as a weapon against you. You had to toe the line and do what they said in order to get things you wanted or needed from this person. Okay, we have givers have to set limits because takers never do. And we have temperance coming out in the reverse. Now, this is all about imbalance, extremes. So yeah, this is why givers have to set limits. Like I feel like you're a giving person. This person likes to stomp all over boundaries. If you give this person an inch, they'll take a mile. There's no balance here with this person. Like I said, they have no limits. They do everything in excess. Get more on that. Yeah, this person definitely puts you in a state of inner turmoil, anxiety. This person might have given you like anxiety disorders because they were always hovering over you. You might have had insomnia. You might still have anxiety and insomnia from growing up with this person. With it being in the reverse, you might be starting to come out of this now, starting to heal. Now that you recognize these patterns, you might be starting to release this anxiety. But this is, if you grew up with somebody who's like this, they will definitely give you deep-seated anxiety and insomnia because you feel like you're always on edge with this person. With the Page of Swords here, again, this could be about restless mental energy, anxiety. Also, with the Page of Swords, I always take this as like the spy card. So this person probably, like I said, they stomped all over your boundaries. You had to set limits with them. If you did set limits with them, they would cry that they were the victim. They would try to guilt trip you. They most likely invaded your privacy constantly when you were growing up, went through your stuff, listened in if you had a phone extension. Back in the 80s and 90s when I grew up, if you were on the phone with your friends or a boyfriend or girlfriend, they'd be like listening in on the extension. So now with blocked here, they're the type of person that would read your diary as well. With blocked here, we have the Three of Cups. This is about celebration, friendship, happiness. So I feel like once you block this person, you moved on, you made connections elsewhere. You might have gained a mentor. You might have met a group of like supportive people, your soul tribe, who gave you the love and recognition and support that this mother figure never gave you. Let's get more unblocked. I feel like once you blocked this person and got away from them, you might have found like a supportive, mature woman figure to actually give you some stability in your life. It could have been another relative, or it could have been like a teacher, a mentor. Okay, so now we have the King of Cups here. This is somebody who's emotionally balanced, compassionate, empathetic. So this could be your energy, whether you're a man or a woman. You might have, once you blocked this person and you moved on and found connections elsewhere, you might have gained your emotional stability, but you are still able to be empathetic towards other people. This mother figure was never a very empathetic person. They blamed you for everything. They always played the victim. With the Seven of Cups being here, this is about like opportunities, but it's also about searching for purpose. It can be about illusions and wishful thinking. But with this reading, I'm getting more like when you blocked them, you got away from them, you met other people who were supportive of you. This could be other family members or friends that you've made along the way. Um, you did find new opportunities elsewhere. You are searching for your purpose now, or you were searching and you did find your purpose. Now with the Nine of Pentacles being here, you're now enjoying the fruits of your labor after blocking this person. You're self-sufficient now. You're independent since getting away from them. They're sitting over here still trapped in the drama that they created. Now, with this card being out here, it says anything you say can and will be used against you. And then with blocked being here, like I think you realized that this was the case, that anything you said could and would be used against you, and that is why you had to block this person. Because like I said, they're always the victim. Nothing's ever their fault. Okay. Whoop. All right. So anything you say can and will be used against you. We have the Magician come out in the reverse under this. Now this in the reverse, the Magician is all about manipulation, narcissistic tendencies. So this mother figure is definitely narcissistic. They're manipulative. They turn everything back around on you. If you come to them with a criticism against them, they'll be sure to play the victim, turn it back around on you. With the Hierophant, this is about social approval, traditions. So they definitely, I feel like, used the title they had as your mother or caregiver against you to manipulate you. At this point, with the Seven of Wands being here, this is about being exhausted, giving up, having your confidence destroyed. This person definitely worked to destroy your confidence. They were very manipulative. Like I said, they used their relationship with you to control you and manipulate you. They try to destroy your confidence, to feed their ego, with this ego monster being here. Let's see. Why is ego monster here? Yeah, this person was in devil energy. This is about destructive behavior, codependency, toxicity. So this person is definitely in their ego. Like, that's crazy. Like, ego monster came out with devil falling underneath it. Like, and literally it's about restriction, destructive behavior, codependency, toxicity. That's what this person was. Or is. Okay, let's see. Give us more on ego monster. ego monster. Okay. With the Four of Wands coming out. Now, this is about home and celebrating joy, but I feel like you could never have a stable foundation at home because of this person. They might have put the whole family on edge. We have the Queen of Cups coming out. This is about compassion, comfort, calm, nurturing, being emotionally stable and caring. But like I said, I feel like this mother figure posed as all of these things in the public eye. They might have pretended that you had a perfect home life, put on a show for the neighbors, the friends, the community, but really, they were just a freaking devil. They were toxic. They were manipulative with the Magician in the reverse here. They were in their ego. They used you to feed their ego. They wanted to create a toxic, codependent relationship with you that you couldn't break away from. Okay. They wanted a trauma bond to you so you couldn't leave them. Why is trauma bond out here? Okay, that's too many. I'm just going to take these. All right, so they did try to trauma bond you to them so that you couldn't escape. With the Wheel of Fortune here, though, I feel like this is the end of a cycle. You've gotten away from them. There was a turning point. You decided to start living for yourself. You realized how this person was, that they were never going to change. And you wanted to get out of this cycle of abuse, so you blocked them. They're now over here stuck in the drama that they created. With Judgment being out here, this can be about self-doubt, inner critic, punishment. So I feel like I said, this person probably left you in a, because you trauma bonded, because they were your parental figure, left you in a state of, like I said, self-doubt. When somebody treats you like this your whole life growing up, you have no self-confidence. You just criticize yourself because they're always criticizing you. You learn to criticize yourself. Self-loathing. You might have felt like you hated yourself at one point in time. Weighed down by anxiety, self-doubt. Like you felt like you can never trust yourself because this person's constant criticisms towards you. You felt like everybody was judging you all the time wherever you went because they were always judging you. They were always criticizing you. So if you went to school, you felt like everybody was looking at you sideways, judging you. With the Four of Swords being here, this is about rest, recuperation, renewal. So you had to go into like a period where you just rested and self-reflected. I'm surprised Hermit didn't come out, but you needed to go into a space. You possibly went to therapy to help you break this trauma bond. But this healing work that you've done on yourself by going within has helped you gain mental clarity, help you break this trauma bond, taught you to block this person, to put your boundaries up and have limits against them, because they'll never change. They're always going to be the same. They're always going to be smothering. They're always going to be manipulative. They're always going to guilt you. They're always going to have these double standards. And if you bruise their ego, they'll never forget it. And they will always take it out on you. So now that you've stepped away from this dynamic, they're now trapped in the drama they created. They're probably telling everybody how you abandoned them, but don't fall for it. Don't let them guilt you anymore. Don't let them put a damper on your life anymore. Move on, heal. Get away from them to give yourself perspective. Find your new tribe of people. like we saw here with the Three of Cups. There are other people out there that will be willing to support you. If you haven't found your soul tribe yet, they are out there. Just keep looking for them. Don't give up. And don't let this person and the way they treated you keep you trapped in a mental headspace where you have so much anxiety you just keep to yourself and you don't find other people to connect with. You need a support system. So that's the reading. If you liked it and it resonated with you, drop a like, comment, or subscribe. We'll catch you in the next reading. Have a great day. Bye-bye.